Sorry for the wait. Hello, hello. I don't think there's anyone here. Oops. Nope. Okay. The charging? Yes. I swear. No, actually, do I want to turn those on? I mean, I could, but guess I don't really need to. Hmm. Hmm. My face still changed color? Yeah, my face still totally changes color. Still does it. I'm not so sure that's a good thing to have with this camera. Just looks weird. Yeah, it does change color. Wow. Alright, let's not put it there. I don't want to look like something wrong with me. better like that. I want to sit here and like look like a chameleon. Military man. Alright, so I think that's good. Oh, check my volume. Okay. Whee! It's crazy. There we go. Hmm. 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 Like right here. Sorry, I'm moving my window around. So, I noticed there's a few other people playing this game. I think that's awesome. It was on sale for $10 the other day, or well, 8 something. It was 8.51. Not on sale anymore, but there'll be other sales coming up. And I don't mean just the game, the one game. I mean like the entire 5-game series. All 5 games were together on Steam were only $8.50 before tax. How about that tax? Yeah. How about it? Alright, so we're supposed to go headed to Ireland.
I passed the castle on the way into Lochmarne, the castle where Peagram's excavation was located.
Test, 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 test. Test, test. Okay, I'm plenty loud. Cool. Just checking. Alright, so.
It was a featureless plastic box firmly attached to the wall of the building. I tugged at the plastic. It was a trap.
Right, and trapdoor.
I tugged at the trapdoor. The lad was doing his best to express his adolescent aggression. His effort was somewhat diminished by the fringe of milk on his lightly feathered upper lip.
Alright, we gotta adjust this because it is difficult to hear him. There. A little more here. Alright.
The lad was doing his best to express his adolescent aggression. His effort was somewhat diminished by the fringe of milk on his lightly feathered upper lip.
To me, or does it still sound? It's too loud.
lad was doing his best to express his adolescent aggression. His effort was somewhat diminished by the fringe of milk on his lightly feathered...
Alright, okay, that sounds much better.
Hi there.
What?
What's your name, kid?
Who are you calling kid?
Who the hell are you? I am.
Wasso's the name. Murder's my game.
Are you a detective?
Let's just say I'm here to find the truth.
Cool. Just like on the telly.
Cut the crap and tell me your name.
Liam McGuire.
What are you doing hanging around the bar, McGuire?
Jerry Maguire's son.
I'm on the run from me dad.
Oh no.
Why? Did you do something bad?
I ain't done nothing, boss.
You can tell me, kid. Is it your dad?
Oh, sir. He drinks every last penny down his evil throat. And there's me poor old mother, bedridden and dying of presumption. I tried to buy her medicine. Chopped firewood for Father Mahoney till me fingers bled. The old skinflint cheated me too. But I took the pennies he gave me back home. Look, Ma, says I, see what your darling son has earned with his own sweat and blood. When suddenly, me dad appears and grabs the loot. I'm off to Dublin, heavy drinking, says he. Watch out till I get back. That's why I runned away.
Something in the grin on his face told me he wasn't being strictly truthful. Compared to him, Huckleberry Finn was a candidate for Altar Boy of the Year. What can you tell me about the castle, McGuire?
What do you want to know?
Well, can I get inside?
No, it's locked up.
Does anyone live there?
No. Only, what do you want to know? Oh, nothing.
You know something about the castle you're not telling me, don't you?
No,
What is it you're covering up? Is it something you're scared of?
I ain't scared of nothing.
Yeah. Tell him.
I'll give you one last chance to tell me about the castle.
Oh, yeah? And what if I don't?
Then I'm taking you back to school.
Oh, there's a ghost. It's called the Phantom of Loch Man.
Lachman.
You're not telling me you believe in ghosts, are you?
Mister, I seen it with me very own eyes. Last Tuesday night, I went up to see what that dig was about. I just reached the top of the wall when I hears this awful noise.
What sort of noise?
A horrible snuffling and snorting, like O'Brien's pig, only worse. It was coming from inside the castle.
Did you find out what was making the noise in the castle?
No fear. I just sat there on the wall like Humpty Dumpty. The moon was cracked and greasy like an old dinner plate. The yard was full of shadows. I could have been hiding anything. I would have gone home, but my legs had lost their stuffing.
Did you get to see the ghost?
Indeed I did. And a fearsome sight it is too. I sat on my arse, waited while the moon went down. Then out it comes from the shadows, all grey and tattered and hunched over like an old bent willow. Then I hears this spluttering and splashing and horrible laughter in the dark. I was so scared. Why, I fell off the bloody wall.
I'm sure there's a rational explanation for what you saw at the castle.
There is. The bloody place is haunted.
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
Here in Lochmarn, they all dress like clowns.
The man I'm looking for is a dangerous psychotic.
Jesus. It's just like that
Jesus.
film I saw. There's this clown, see? And he's after this kid who saw him kill a guy. He tries to warn the sheriff, only no one believes him. Then, while he's in the tub, the clown cuts him up with a chainsaw.
My God, that doesn't sound suitable for a kid like you.
Who are you calling a kid? I'm 25.
Yeah, right. You're not a day over 14.
Oh no, it's 25 that I am. Married with a car and 3 kids. 10 kids if you count the wives.
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Can you describe him like on the telly in the cop shows?
He's an English archaeologist.
I know the man you mean if he's the one.
I know what the man you mean. If he the
Can
one.
you tell me where I'd find Pegram?
No, I can't, 'cause he's not here now. But if I sees him, I'll ask him.
Do you know what Pegram was doing in the castle?
Digging for buried treasure. Jewels and gold and skeletons, like in the films.
What do you think this tool is used for?
Lifting drains.
Dead right. How did you know that?
Work experience course at school. That gives me a choice of going down the drains or up the chimney.
You're kidding. Have you ever seen this man before?
What a slimy character. No, I never seen him.
Have you ever seen anyone wearing one of these?
Sure. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That belongs to the killer clown you're looking for.
That's right.
Can I have it?
Sorry. I'm keeping this as evidence.
You should have told the cops.
I did. They weren't interested.
You should run tests on that, mister. You could identify the murderer with a sample of his snot.
Yuck. I don't think so. What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing.
Do you recognize this matchbook, McGuire?
No, sir. I never seen it before in my life.
Ever heard of Thomas Merlin or the Gruber Electronics Corporation?
No?
Give me your hand.
Get lost.
Oh, come on. I just want to show you a little trick.
No way, mister. I don't do tricks. Father Mahoney told me I'd burn in hell if I did.
I just want to shake your hand, that's all.
No way.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Alright, get on in here. We'll start with this guy here. I love this part.
He wasn't listening. The guy sat in the corner as if he was a permanent fixture. Hello there. My name's George Stobart.
Pleased to meet you, I'm sure. I'm O'Brien. Can I help you?
Have you heard of the Phantom?
More than that. I've seen it. And let me tell you, it's a dreadful spectacle.
So it's not just a local legend. There really is a Phantom of Lochmarn.
Oh, no. I was talking about the Phantom of the Opera.
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar?
I most certainly have. A remarkable institution. Did you know? They were the originators of our system of credit. Their financial empire stretched from the Atlantic to the Caspian Sea. With bases in so many countries, they had to establish new methods of fiscal transfer.
So, the Knights Templar were nothing but a bunch of bankers.
I don't get it. Are you saying these Templar guys invented bank charges?
In a manner of speaking, I suppose they did.
What a dirty trick. Didn't anyone try to stop them?
Oh, yes. They were arrested, and many were burnt at the stake.
Good. They bloody well deserved it if they were anything like my bank manager.
What can you tell me about the castle, Mr. O'Brien?
It's a fine sight now, isn't it? Dates back to the 10th century, you know. Most of the existing building was added much later, of course.
Are the ruins open to the public?
Oh, no, it's much too dangerous. Anyway, there's nothing of interest remaining.
How can I get into the castle?
Well, those walls were built specifically to stop people getting in, Mr. Stobart. But I dare say you'll find a way, if you've the will.
Can you tell me about the tripod which was found at the castle?
Now, there's a bone of contention and controversy. It was dug up by an Englishman of the archaeological persuasion.
Who was this Englishman?
Professor Pegram, the same man who dug up the gem.
I think what I might end up doing is just putting that back over there, sliding that table over. Hold on. Hmm. I mean, I could put a brighter bulb in there. I think for now it's okay. The camera keeps glitching anyway.
Do you know where I can
It's
find
better. At least it's
Pegram?
not right in my
You're too late to
face,
meet
like
that fella.
blinding my
Is he dead?
eyeballs.
Not, but he's gone from the village. A sore pint with our esteemed host, I might add.
Bless you. Bless you. Phew.
Do you know where Pegram is gone?
I'm sorry, but I don't. He upped anchor in the dark and shipped out before the dawn.
Why did he do that?
Who knows? A guilty conscience or a secret assignation. Whatever the reason, he'll not be missed in Lochmar. Maybe now the fuss about the gem has died down, we can get back to normal.
What can you tell me about the gem which Pegram found?
Now there's a gem which should never have been taken. A man would have to be full of greed to covet that stone. What's your interest in the jewel? You're not a reporter, are you?
No.
Oh no.
Thank the Lord for that.
Why has Pegram's departure upset the landlord?
He's lost a paying guest, that's why. More than that, there's the question of an unsettled bid. Poor Michael's seen red over the business, and I don't blame him.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me more about the landlord?
Mick Leary is what you call a would-be sophisticate. The trouble is, his idea of sophistication extends as far as putting paper in the lavatory.
I never worked out why he did that. It's much too dark in there to read.
That's true. Have you ever run your hand over the back of the door? The graffiti is written in Braille.
Does this tool mean anything to you?
I'd say it was for lifting manhole covers.
And you're right.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I've never seen him before.
Okay.
Does this red nose suggest anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
What do you make of this tissue?
I guess that muck on it is grease paint.
Right again.
I'd like to shake you by the hand, Mr. O'Brien.
Oh, no, you don't.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
The design is Middle Eastern, I'd say.
What can you tell me about this ID pass?
Gruber Electronics. I've never heard of it.
Okay.
Goodbye for now.
The guy sat in the corner as if he was a permanent fixture. I'd been taught not to judge people by their appearance or their clothes or the length of their hair. Nobody ever said anything about runny noses. It was a beer-stained piece of toweling.
Go ahead and take that. I'm gonna need it.
It was a beer-stained piece of toweling.
Hi there, old-timer. What? Nasty cold you've got there.
As soon as the words left my lips, I regretted them.
Is there such a thing as a cold which isn't nasty? I put the question to Father Mahoney. Father, says I, why were we born to suffer snot?
What did he say?
He said, it's my reward for being out all night like a sinner. Pious prig. Anyway, this is no ordinary cold. 'Tis the hay fever.
Polynosis?
Thank you. You're not a policeman, are you?
Excuse me?
Police? No. I'd know it if you were.
Can I buy you a beer?
Very kind, I'm sure. But I don't drink the stuff Leary sells.
What's wrong with it?
I've seen what it can do.
Can you tell me how to get into the castle?
Don't even think about it, me bucko. Lochmarn Castle is haunted.
That's what the kid outside told me, but I don't believe it.
Then you're a fool.
Ghosts don't bother me. I still want to visit that castle.
You can't. It's not open to the public.
There's no one
Public.
around to stop me, is there?
That's right. Nothing human, anyhow.
Have you ever seen the ghost?
To be sure, with me very own eyes.
Can you describe the ghost?
It was horrible. A wee stunted beast, long beak, straggly, flappy wings.
Are you sure it wasn't a wild animal? A rabbit or a skunk or something?
Skunk? In Lochmarn? That'll be the day. No, that was a ghost, to be sure.
I think I know what you saw on the castle wall.
I know what I saw.
I don't think so. It was the kid, McGuire.
What?
He was up on the wall last Tuesday night. He thought you were the Phantom of Lochmarn.
Oh.
See, how do I look? Oh, wow. Can't see my face at all, it's so backlit. That's better.
Do you know Pegram, the archaeologist?
That's the scrawny fellow who was poking around at the castle, isn't it? No, I don't know him.
What's that you're making?
It's a necklace, me bucko.
Oh, sure. Made out of steel wire?
Freaking dark already.
That's right. A necklace for my pretty one. When my little lover feels it round her slender neck, she'll be mine. All mine.
Whoa. Whoa.
Can you identify this tool?
No.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
I can't tell without me glasses.
I wish I knew where this freaking short was. I don't know.
What does this red nose mean to you?
Nothing.
You could make use of this tissue.
Never use them. Those things are unhygienic.
Right.
Hey, would you like to shake my... no, on second thought, forget it. Could you use this towel?
I could, but it wouldn't be much use for anything else.
I hope my level's not too high. Test. 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 Okay. Just gonna have to do end this damn thing. It's almost like it's right here. Sorry, trying to figure out where this short is.
What does this matchbook mean to you?
Nothing. Go away and stop bothering me.
Take a look at this ID card.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
I'll see you later. The white whiskers on the bartender's flushed face were like garlands on a Christmas tree. The resemblance ended there. The top of his head was too slick and shiny to act as a perch for a Christmas angel. Top of the morning to you.
I beg your pardon.
Well, that's what you Irish say, isn't it?
Do you want something?
Or are you just flaunting your xenophobia?
Well, I was trying to be sociable.
Is it a room you're after?
Yes.
It's not a bad idea. Do you have a vacancy?
I could, if you don't mind waiting until the last guest checks out.
No problem. When will that be?
When the Undertaker comes to collect him.
Yeah.
Have you served any, clowns recently?
No, you're the first today.
Oh.
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Indeed I do. Are you a friend of his, by any chance?
Oh, no. I'm just trying to track him down.
Me too. That son of a bitch should be locked away.
Did Pegram stay here?
Yes, he did. 6 nights plus breakfast.
I'll try a glass of beer, please.
Is this your first pint of real ale?
Well, I guess so. What's real ale, anyhow?
Beer that's brewed from natural ingredients to traditional methods. It shouldn't be kept under pressure or refrigerated. And finally, it should have a good body and distinctive character.
In other words, it's flat and worn with bits in, and it makes you fall over.
Ew.
Here's something which might interest you.
It doesn't.
Do you recognize this man?
No, I don't. What do you want with him?
I've got a score to settle.
I don't want any trouble in the bar, mister. If it's a fight you're looking for, see Father Mahoney.
A priest? A man of the cloth?
Sure. And he teaches the boys how to box at the youth club. According to Mahoney, it develops character. Isn't that right, Pat? Didn't he teach you the art of pugilism? Doyle.
Sorry, Michael. I was miles away. What did you say?
Never mind.
Hold on, we'll get something. Okay, I'm back.
Does this false nose mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
That's disgusting.
Uh-huh. I found it in the sewers.
What's the idea of waving it around in my face? You're worse than old Ron. Put it away, man.
Hey, bartender?
Landlord, if you don't mind.
Sorry. Shake my hand, why don't you?
Now, why should I do that? What have you got up your sleeve?
Nothing. Come on, just shake my hand.
Not just now, mister. I have to be careful on account of the health restrictions.
Aw, jeez. Do you recognize this matchbook?
No, sir.
Do you recognize the name on this card?
No. Should I?
Nah, it was a long shot. May I borrow this towel?
Sure you can, on one condition.
What's that?
You keep it away from old Ron.
Who's Ron?
That's him in the corner, with the hygiene problem.
Look, I gotta be going. The young red-haired guy was plainly nervous about something. My name's George.
Pleased to meet you, mister. My name's Fitzgerald.
This is where it starts to get good.
What can you tell me about the castle?
There's nothing there. Just an old ruin.
How old?
I really couldn't tell you.
Have you ever explored the castle yourself?
I used to play there sometimes, when I was a kid. Then one of the little uns fell off the wall, broke his head and died. We didn't go there anymore.
You haven't been up there recently?
No.
Do you know Professor Pegram?
He's the archaeologist, isn't he?
That's right.
I don't.
See you later. Mr. Fitzgerald? Did you work at Professor Pegram's dig?
What gave you that idea?
Can I get you another drink?
Oh, no, thank you. I shouldn't be drinking at all. I'm on tablets for my nerves. More than a pint and I'll pass out.
What do you think this tool is used for?
Something to do with horses?
Wrong. It's for opening manhole covers.
Oh, really? Well, you learn something every day.
Get that out of
Ever
the way.
seen this towel before?
Doesn't it belong on the bar?
Very observant, Fitzgerald. What does this red nose suggest to you?
Blood.
Why's that?
I used to bleed a lot when I was a kid. Every time there was a playground scrap, I'd end up with a bloody nose.
That's
I wouldn't
not
have
weird.
minded, but I wasn't even involved in the scraps.
So he was just, sorry.
What does this tissue suggest to you?
Nothing.
Nothing. Not a damn thing.
Shake my hand.
It's a trick, isn't it?
Damn it, you're right. I can't seem to fool anyone. See you later.
I want to accidentally ask the wrong thing first. I'll have to ask everything again.
Mr. Fitzgerald? Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No.
Check out this pass.
Thomas Merlin? No. Never heard of him.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I'm sure I don't know him.
Damn.
See you later. Almost as if he'd sensed my intentions, the old derelict snatched the wire from the table.
Will you leave it alone, man?
Look, I know how it seems, but my curiosity got the better of me. As soon as the old guy looked away, I grabbed this piece of wire. Hello again.
What?
Here, this wire belongs to you.
Oh, no. Never saw it before. No.
Okay.
I'll see you later. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Does this piece of wire mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
May I have another beer, please?
Certainly, sir. Same again?
Yeah, please. How is this stuff made?
That's the secret of the master brewer, sir. Each barrel is lovingly manhandled in time-honored fashion, suspended on skillfully tied ropes of the finest hemp, lowered into the cellar, utilizing the forces of original gravity, like manna from heaven.
Look, I gotta be going. The young red-haired guy was plainly nervous. Mr. Fitzgerald? What do you suppose this wire is used for?
How should I know?
See you later. Hey, McGuire.
What?
Do you know anything about Peagram's Dig?
He wouldn't let me anywhere near it. I offered to help, but he chased me off. I didn't want to see his smelly old hole anyhow.
Did anyone from the village work in the dig?
Pegram bought some students and bums with him. He reckoned no one in Lochmarn would know what to look for. The only local guy who worked for him was Sean Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald says he's never been anywhere near the dig.
He's having you on, mister.
What do you think this wire could be used for?
Stealing cars. There's only one problem.
The local policeman?
No. Nobody in Lochmarn has got a car.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Hey! What's up, MP? Why is the chat on my phone not working? Hold on a minute, bud. Hang on a second. Always something, ain't it? Thankfully, this game doesn't take up my whole entire screen. So I can see the chat on there. Why are you not working? Come on, phone. Watch. Hang on. I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry. Hang on. Can't do it that way. Okay, it's working now, I guess. Oh, just busy working, lurking. Alright, buddy, thank you, man. I hope you're having a good day. I sent you a message. I don't... Did I get a message? No. Okay. Yeah, just saying, hope you're having a good day, man. We're almost halfway through. The week, I mean. Even though it's only Tuesday, I'm like, almost halfway.
The farmer's craggy face was set in a mask of aesthetic appreciation. His feet were set in a pair of manure-caked boots.
Oh, some games you have to learn how to change the resolution. Full screen, Alt Tab. Able to shrink most game screens. Yeah, well this one, here, let me show you. The, that's your 3 options here. And you can't, like, adjust it. It's an old game, you know? It's from 96. So I was 11 when it came out. I think I got it when I was like 12. Maybe 13. I was young when I got this. But yeah, this was one of my favorite games, and I'm trying... Damn camera. Sorry, this poor cheap camera keeps shorting out or glitching or something. It's doing something. It's got a short in it somewhere. It's a shame. But yeah, thankfully everything's working now. I don't know why the chat does that sometimes. It's not it's not OBS, it's Twitch Mobile. Twitch Mobile needs to be fixed again. Oh, I love the music. I know, isn't it great? But yeah, I decided for November I'm gonna do games that I'm thankful for. I don't know if you saw the title of the last stream yesterday, but that's my plan. I'm gonna start with this game, which is probably one of my favorites, top 3 at least. Yeah. Oh, and there's 5 games altogether. I grew up with the first 2. I have the second one up here on PlayStation 2. Absolutely love both those games. I started to play the third one a while back, and I stopped because I wanted to be able to stream the first 2. So here we are.
Hi, do you speak English?
Well, now, what if I was to say no? An implication of cognizance shrouded in denial. A pretty poser of a paradox indeed.
I gave him the look I'd perfected when I was 12 and was going to be the greatest hypnotist of all time. It was a killer.
Are you attempting to hypnotize me, or is it the constipation you're suffering?
I was a little out of practice.
This game is great too. It's so hilarious.
Have you seen Professor Pegram?
No, he's packed up and gone.
Do you happen to know where?
Back in England, I suppose.
Also, sorry. Also, this game is about, it mentions the Knights Templar. The Knights Templars. And, got the book that my mom got me this year for my birthday. About Oak Island. So, before Oak Island was even a thing, I'm sorry, before it was even a TV show, I, of course, was obsessed with the Knights Templar already because of this game. So then I found out about Oak Island. I started watching that when it started, and there's actually, I mean, I always liked, like, what was it, the Goonies and, stuff like that, Indiana Jones, and so Treasure and stuff like that. That's always been entertaining to me. Something I've always been like obsessed with as a kid. And this is just like, I don't know, it has such a different feel to it, but it's similar. It plays as similar to like Monkey Island or King's Quest. It's very much like that. But I remember when I got this game. I remember, some things when you grow up, you just remember where you were and what you were doing when you saw it. And originally this game was called Circle of Blood. And it had like this symbol thing on it and like a gargoyle over it, and like I remember I was at the outlets and I saw the game, and it was like, you know how it was back then, it was like these huge boxes and like, floppy disk inside, and this was one that I'm like, I remember I was there, I remember walking into the store, I remember seeing the box and just being like, wow, what's this? And so I've had it for a long time. And I haven't played this in a couple years. But I also had it, if you ever want to play it, it was on sale a few days ago. The whole collection was $8.50 for all 5 games. And that's enough for just the 5th game by itself. I mean, that's really good. But you can occasionally catch them on sale. I also have them, before I had my old computer, I also had them on my phone, on mobile. So they even put the first 2 and the 5th one on mobile. but I've never played the third or the fourth or the fifth. I might have started the fifth, and I'm sorry, I did start the third, and I did start. I don't know if I started the fifth or not. Can't remember. Anyway, never beat those. These I've played. This one I've probably played and beat a dozen times. I'm sure, easy. At least half a dozen, easily. I've probably played it way more than that though.
What can you tell me about the castle?
Not much, I'm sorry to say. Most of its history is long forgotten. Ah, but if these old stones could only speak, what stories they'd tell. Stories to make your toes curl and your blood run cold. You know, this castle is said to be over 600 years old.
600 years old, that definitely puts it in the Templar range.
Does this tool mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Is it used on sheep?
No, it's for lifting the covers off drains.
Never. How?
Well, the end of the tool fits into the hole in the cover.
They'd slip out. Angles are wrong. You'd never do it.
I have. I did it in Paris.
Between that music and the artwork is just awesome. Did a really good job. I don't know if you noticed, MP, but I've said this before when I played this. If you hear like a difference in their voices, that's because this is the director's cut. So they added little tidbits. So if you hear a difference in the volume of their voices, the voice actors, you know which ones are new and which ones are older. The old ones are quieter. The louder ones are the newer bits that they added specifically for the director's cut. So, just in case you were wondering, why is it get like this, and then like this, and then like this, then like. That's
Do you
why.
recognize the man in this photograph?
No, but I wouldn't trust him. His eyes are too close together.
Does this false nose mean anything to you?
You're a circus clown.
What do you make of this tissue?
That's a sorry sight to wave about in public.
Would you like to shake my hand?
See?
What is this? I don't do that male bonding stuff.
Have you any use for this towel?
Whatever gave you that idea? Oh dear me, no.
He's like, I don't shake hands. No.
What do you make of this matchbook?
Male bonding. Like,
Seems ordinary enough to me.
poor guy.
Do you recognize the name on this card?
I can't read that little writing.
Does this curiously twisted piece of wire mean anything to you?
Oh dear. Now what would you be wanting with a cruel snare like that?
Oh, it's not mine. It belongs to the old guy in the bar.
Ah yes, it would.
Maybe the quieter ones are the new one.
I have to go now.
I don't know. Definitely a difference. Let's talk to this kid again.
Hey, McGuire.
What?
Are you sure Fitzgerald worked at the dig?
Oh yes, it was him all right. Would I tell a lie?
Well, he denies it.
I saw them together only last night.
I wish you'd told me that sooner. What were they doing?
Pegram gave Fitzy a box. He didn't look too happy about it.
I knew it. But how am I going to persuade him to part with it?
Break his fingers.
Nah, I couldn't do that.
I could.
Thanks for the offer, kid, but I'll try a more subtle approach.
Chinese burns?
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Alright there, pal. Let's save it. So yeah, as you can imagine, I was just a teen, preteen, when I played this. I was just a kid. So yeah, it's always going to be very dear to me.
Mr. Fitzgerald? McGuire says he saw you working at the dig. What's more, he saw you talking with Pegram.
I knew this would happen. I knew I'd get caught.
I need to talk to Professor Pegram, if he's still alive.
What do you mean? Is he in danger?
Yeah, you too, if I'm right.
You're not from the Social Security.
Hell no. What makes you think that?
Well, I was claiming benefits at the same time I was working for Pegram.
I'm not in a position to make judgments, Sean. That's between you and your conscience. All I want is to talk to Pegram about the gem.
But he's not here.
I know that. But he left that package with you, didn't he? So where did Pegram go?
I don't know. I swear it. He came to see me early this morning. Said he was leaving. He asked me to give this package to a guy called Marquet.
Marky? Marky! Marky Mark.
Show me what's in the package, Sean.
I can't do that.
Why not?
I promised the professor.
So what? You didn't have any qualms about your benefit scam. So where's the harm in taking a peek inside Pegram's package?
You don't know these people. I can't. I
Lewd.
don't dare.
Don't peek at Pegram's package.
This is your last chance to show me the package, Fitzgerald. I've been patient with you, but now it's time to kick ass.
But he'll kill me.
Who will?
The man from Paris. Jack Marquet. Pegram told me if I gave him the package unopened, I'd hear no more about it. But if I double-crossed Marquet, I'd be dead.
Uh-oh. Well, I'll show you mine.
I'll deal with Jacques Marquet. Give the package to me.
No. Why should I trust you? I don't know who to trust anymore. I wish I'd never even heard of the Lochmarn gem.
Oh shit. No. Oh no.
Hey, I just seen a big red.
Get out of here, Maguire. Come back when you're old enough.
What's the lad howling about?
A big red sports car. Sean Fitzgerald's been runned over.
Get out! Noisy little tyke.
Maybe you should send out some medicinal brandy maker.
Oh, yes. And who's going to pay for it?
Not me.
Me too, neither.
No. You freaking idiots. The kid just yelled that something happened and you're just gonna be like, what
I
happened?
was telling the truth about Fitzy, mister.
Okay, calm down. Now tell me what happened.
I was standing here, minding my own business, when I saw this beautiful red sports car coming up over the hill. Would you look at that, says I. And I going over to take a closer look. Next thing, Fitzy comes tearing out of the pub and nearly knocks me on my ass. But the car just flies at him. It was too fast for poor old Fitzy. And hit him an awful wallop. He goes flying up on top. Jesus, says I thought he was a goner. Next thing, the driver hops out. And I couldn't believe my eyes. He was dressed like a bloody pixie.
Just like a bloody pixie. That kid looked just like Adam Sandler in 8 Crazy Nights. He was dressed almost exactly the same. Alright, so... Hey, kid.
Hey, Maguire.
What?
Was this him? Pixie.
Did this pixie have a scar on his cheek?
I couldn't see. He was wearing a stupid mask. Are you a special agent?
Sorry to disappoint you, kid, but I'm not. Did Fitzgerald drop anything when he was hit?
I didn't see. It all happened so fast.
Maybe the package fell somewhere out of sight. What do you make of this, kid?
That's one of Leary's towels. He'll skin you alive.
That old windbag doesn't scare me. Anyhow, I'm only borrowing it.
You're pretty cool, mister. For an old guy.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Take a look at
The
this.
plastic cover had been smashed and broken away, revealing the switch.
Let's touch the switch and see what happens.
I pushed the switch down, but in doing so it snapped off in my hand.
Oh, where'd it go?
It was impossible to return the switch to its original position.
Hey guys, you won't believe it. The kid was telling the truth.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Check out my card.
I've seen it, for heaven's sake.
Hey, how about another drink?
See him again?
Do you serve cocktails?
I'll serve anyone with manners. And money.
No, I'm serious. Have you considered turning McDevitt's into a cocktail bar? Cocktails are chic, cool, and popular with younger drinkers.
What? Kids in the bar? Can you imagine it? Pinball, pimples, and puke.
Right, I get the picture. I'll settle for a glass of stout.
I'm sorry, but the pump appears to be broken.
I could fix it for you.
I don't think so. This is a job for a professional electrician. Oh, well. It's not my dear, is it?
But look, I am a...
It just so happens I'm an electrician. Check out my credentials.
Well, no. Isn't that marvelous? Here's a house bedeviled with faulty wiring of a wayward nature. Here's you, an electric man, with a little plastic card to prove it. I still want to see what you can do before I let you touch me beer pumps. You can make a start on the glass washer. And when you finish that, will you take a look at the pumps?
Okay.
It was an electrical plug attached to the glass
Easy.
washer.
First thing we're going to do is unplug it. Because that's the smart thing to do.
I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering to examine the plug. It was an electric glass washer. I couldn't see anything obviously wrong with the machine. I figured it must be the wiring. I replaced the fuse with a piece of wire. I knew it was dangerous, but I was desperate enough to disregard everything I knew about standard safety precautions.
Yeah,
Excuse
good
me,
job.
Mr. Leary. I fixed your glass washer, no problem.
Bingo! And a blessing to all the saints. A free half pint to that man on the house. Now, could you take a look at the beer pumps?
Well, I guess so, but I'm not making any promises.
If you can't fix them, I'll have a riot on me hands.
The pumps are in the cellar, right?
That's right. You'll find a flashlight down there somewhere.
Somewhere. There we go. Save it again. Let's see what percent we're at. 38 maybe? Yep.
It was the lever which locked the trap door. I pushed the lever and heard the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen.
Ta-da!
I lifted the trap door, and an overpowering smell of stale beer rose from the cellar below. I looked down on a stone-tiled floor, way too far to jump.
Oh!
Excuse me.
There was a nasty feeling in my guts I usually associated with light opera.
It's
It was
him.
Khan. What's the problem?
Did you see what happened here a few minutes ago?
What was that?
A man was involved in an unfortunate accident.
I didn't see anything.
What about the boy?
He doesn't know anything either. The kid, well, you know how it is in these rural communities. Not enough genes to go round. I prayed McGuire had the sense to keep his mouth shut. Was the guy hurt bad?
He's been taken care of, but he thinks he dropped a small parcel. You didn't happen to find it, did you?
If I had, I would have taken it to the police.
Of course. Thank you.
Throw him down the cellar door. and land on his dumb, stupid body. I know, right? I wish I could have. But George Stobart is a sensible man, a true American man, who believes in not harming others, right? Yeah. Yeah. Has nothing to do with about being American, but whatever. You know what I mean.
Now I could see. I spotted Mr. Leary's flashlight
There it is.
easily. Then I noticed a flash of light. Something sparkling beneath the open trapdoor.
Ooh. It's the gem.
It was Peagram's gem, all right. A large, uncut blue stone. I guess I was already under its spell.
Did you find it?
What?
Whatever you was looking for.
Yeah. Listen, McGuire, I want you to keep this to yourself.
No problemo. Just chuck us up a crate of lager.
No way, you're not old enough.
We can sell it and make some cash.
Forget it, kid. I couldn't betray Mr. Leary's trust.
I could, for sure. That old misery guts deserves it.
If you want to do me a favor, keep a lookout for that guy in the suit.
Okay. But it'll cost you a packet of chips.
Oh, and shout if you see that Ferrari.
Wow. There's a drip, and a drip, and a drip.
It was a rusty faucet.
Let's turn this faucet on. See what we can go. Ooh.
The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water.
I can't tell if that kid is supposed to be 13 or 23. You know, I'm pretty sure he's... Yes. Alright, let's put this in here. Indeed.
I held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water.
Alright, let's turn this off now.
I shut off the faucet as tight as I could, but it kept on dripping.
Well, you didn't got a wrench? I don't know. Alright, so we got a soggy rag now.
It was a rectangle of toweling printed with the words, Nagopaline Stout builds body. The towel was soaked through with water.
And a flashlight. And a gem.
It was a large blue
Look at that.
gemstone.
Ooh, that thing's pretty.
It was the barman's flash.
Alright, so let's get up here. Wait, I'm supposed to fix... Where's the beer thing? Oh no, wait a daggone second. Wasn't I supposed to, fix something for him? Alright, so... Let's talk to this guy again.
Hello again.
What?
I'm looking for Sean Fitzgerald. Have you seen him?
Never heard of him.
Don't you come from around here?
None of your business. I didn't ask where you come from, did I?
I'm from California.
That's your problem.
Did you ever see Fitzgerald at Peagram's Dig?
I never heard of either of them.
If I was a woman, I wouldn't think much of a wire necklace.
It's not made for a woman. I've got my sights on tastier dishes than women. Flesh as smooth and tender as a maiden's. Bones as soft and white as a newborn babe's. Rabbit, lad. That's what gets my juices flowing.
Okay. That's special.
What do you think of this flashlight?
Blinding.
Very useful. That could be very handy in the dark. How much do you want for it?
It's not for sale. It belongs to Leary. What does this gem mean to you?
Well, well. Would you look at that? Pretty.
Do you recognize it?
No?
I'll see you
Okay.
later.
Alright, let's go talk to the bartender again. Ah, landlord. He prefers landlord, not bartender.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Here's my business card again. For the
Check
4th
out
time.
my card.
I've seen...
I found your flashlight.
So I see it. You'd better keep hold of that until you fix the pumps.
I ain't fixing them pumps, dude.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
Phew. What a beauty. I bet you wish that was real, don't you?
Yeah.
Look, I gotta be going.
Let's talk to them again.
Hi, my name's Stobart. George Stobart.
Hello there, mister. What can I do for you?
Oh, I didn't even talk to
Do you
him
know
at all.
Professor Pegram?
Do I know him? Do I know the good professor himself? No, I don't. I mean, I know who he is.
No.
But I don't know him to talk to.
Do you know anything about Pegram's excavation?
Only that he didn't have the right tools for the job. What he needed was shovels and a JCB.
Pegram was digging for historical remains, not coal.
Is that a fact? What the hell for?
It's the science of archaeology, pal. Understanding how people used to live by what they've left behind. One day archaeologists might be digging up our remains.
Imagine that, Mr.
Can you hear me
O'Brien.
chewing when I put
I
the
wonder
microphone
what
up?
they'll find.
Well,
Like
it won't be arrowheads and beakers. Fast food cartons and flavored condoms, more likely.
Did anyone from the village work at Pegram's dig?
I tried it myself, but that high and mighty history man called me incontinent. What a nerve. Hadn't I dug more holes than the rest of them put together?
Aren't you gonna help Fitzgerald?
What does he need my help for?
Didn't you hear what McGuire said? He's been hit by a car.
What an idiot. People call me stupid, but I've never done that.
Don't you feel any sympathy for poor Fitzgerald?
He never bothered about me, so why should I?
What the heck of an attitude.
Can you tell me anything about the castle on the hill?
Oh, I don't know much about anything. You should ask Mr. O'Brien here. He does joined up writing. Would you be one of them history fellows yourself?
Yeah.
That's right. Professor Stobart, Miskatonic University.
You're an archaeologist, and you're asking us about the castle.
Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien. The gentleman was talking to me. How come you didn't leave with the others?
I didn't know they'd gone.
Oh, yes. Packed their spades and shovels and away they went.
Seems I missed all the excitement.
What excitement?
What do you make of this tool?
It's for lifting manhole covers.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
It's a handsome mug on that fella, to be sure. Is he a film star?
What does this false nose mean to you?
No, you're a clown.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
No, boss.
May I shake your hand?
No, you can't.
Well, how come?
Because I'll spill me beer if you do.
What do you think of this flat?
It's not very bright, is it?
I could say the same about some of the present company.
That's true.
Ooh.
Don't let him hear you. Keep it under your hat, mister.
That flashlight, like your brain died, is not switched on.
What do you think of this towel?
Now, there's a fine piece of cloth if ever I did see one. Such craft must surely come from linen cupboards of the Vatican itself.
Okay.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
No.
Does this security pass mean anything to you?
Well,
No.
no.
Do you recognize this gem?
Saints be praised. It must be worth a fortune.
Bye for now. Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien.
Hello there. What now?
I have a suspicion that Fitzgerald might have been given something by Pegram.
I thought he acted strange.
I'm talking about the gem. It was something he said.
Were you not speaking to him when he ran out to the bar?
Yeah, sure. Just talking, that's all. Does this towel mean anything to you?
Sure, it's one of Leary's towels. Are you planning on stealing it?
Just borrowing it, if you must know. What do you think of this flashlight?
Oh, you do?
Not a very practical piece of equipment, is it?
It's not
It's
switched
a
on.
shame.
I'm referring to the lack of a bracket. How would you be fixing that to your bicycle?
I don't have a bicycle.
Maybe a reason for it. Like, yeah. Trapped in the digital realm. Yeah, I'm not really in this reality. And if you stick around long enough, you'll notice that through the glitches.
What can
Kind
you
of
tell
like
me
a
about the
Max
gem
Headroom
which
thing
Pegram
going.
found?
Now there's a gem, which should never have been taken. A man would have to be full of greed to
I
covet that
hi.
stuff.
How are you?
What's your interest in the jewel? You're not a reporter, are you?
Reporter? No.
Oh no.
Thank the Lord for that.
Okay. That's
Goodbye
it.
for now.
You get out of here. Go talk to this kid again. Kid man. Hey, kid man.
Hey, McGuire.
What?
It's Toby Maguire's son. No, it's Happy Maguire's son.
What do you think of my flashlight?
It's a torch. That's what we call it on this side of the Atlantic.
Oh, guess what's in my pocket? I forgot all about. Wow. Kind of melted. Wow. Wow. Wow, Goku. Got a little bit of chocolate from Halloween. Ha ha ha. A little bit of chocolate from Halloween. Shit was on sale. You know what I mean? Just next day kind of deal. Day after Halloween. Next Tuesdays. Let's go.
Want a closer look at the gem, McGuire?
You'd better hide that, mister. What if the pixie comes back? You'll be in trouble then.
I don't believe in pixies. Underneath that costume is a psychotic killer.
Smart.
Mm-hmm. He's right.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Hi, it's me again.
So I see. What now?
Got a flashlight, won't it?
What do you think of my flashlight?
Those electric lamps are useful but limited in lifespan in my experience. I was given one for my birthday, but it stopped working after a month.
Oh, the battery was probably drained.
What? Nobody told me. I threw it away.
This fucking flashlight. They don't work no more.
I
Alright,
have to
let's
go
save
now.
it. Let's do a quick save.
Hi, it's me again.
So I see. What now?
This is the gem that Pegram found in the castle.
So that's what all the fuss was about. I can't see why myself. Why men would fight and steal and kill over a little bauber like that.
Well, it's kind of neat the way it sparkles. Did you happen to see a red sports car down on the road?
I caught a glimpse of a flash of red on the hill and heard the racket.
Sure, it was an awful noise. A sports car, you say?
A Ferrari, to be exact.
A racing car?
Mm.
And what was it doing here?
The poor fella must have been lost.
The driver of the Ferrari was involved in an accident.
Is that so?
Yeah, he knocked somebody down outside the bar.
What an idiot! How could a thing like that happen?
He was traveling too fast.
So fast, he ran right under the car?
I mean, the car was traveling too fast.
But you'd have thought the idiot could have heard it coming.
Maybe you know the guy who was hit by the Ferrari. His name is Sean Fitzgerald.
Oh, I know him all right. That's me nephew, the idiot responsible for the stacking of my hay cart. Was he killed by the car?
Oh no, but he has been abducted.
Well, that's a relief now.
Wait, what?
Aren't you going to look for your nephew?
What for? From what you say, it's too late.
Well, you could report the matter to the police.
Better not. Besides, what could they do?
Well, they could mount a search.
They have only the one bicycle between them. In a question of superior acceleration, I put me money on the Ferrari.
What do you think of my flashlight? That's what the creepy dude in the subway says before he opens the trash can. Ah!
I think you ought to know exactly what Sean has gotten himself into.
I'm not sure I want to know.
But you're his uncle. His own flesh and blood.
You're right, but what can I do? If I'm not here to guard it, some idiot might try to climb the haystack. What a moral dilemma. Stay here and guard this potentially lethal agricultural construction, or to go off in search of the prodigal nephew, the very man responsible for said hazard? It'll need some thinking about.
Why, there's no problem.
You're right. Why didn't I think of it before? We'll demolish the haystack.
No, you don't need to do that.
You don't have to demolish the haystack to go look for Sean. I'll stay here in your place and warn anyone who's silly enough to climb it.
Marvelous! I think I should start me inquiries in the bar.
He's not even gonna go see him. He's like, I'm just gonna go drink real quick, you know.
He strode off in the direction of McDevitt's bar, leaving me to contemplate the stack of hay.
Here we go. And we're up.
On the back of the cart was a crazily stacked tower of hay bales, leaning precariously against the castle wall.
Up. And away.
The stack of hay stopped, short of the top of the wall. Even if I stretched as far as I could, the wall was out of reach. What I needed was a slice or two of Alice's Wonderland.
What's this
There
here?
was a narrow crack between two of the stones where the centuries-old mortar had crumbled away.
Interesting.
I pushed my fingers into the narrow crack. It went back several inches into the rock.
Ooh, that's a deep crack right there. Alright, so let's take this tool here and stick this in the crack. Like that.
I inserted the end of the lifting key in the mortarless crack and gave it a firm shove. It remained lodged in the wall, jutting out to form a step.
Give a firm.
I tugged at the lifting key and found it was held quite securely.
It was in there good. Up I go. Whee! Alright, let's save it here because this goat is an asshole. Asshole goat, as most goats are. This game has a loot innuendo.
It was a rusted piece of iron, maybe part of a plow or something.
Okay, so here's what we do. Because this, I remember this is one of the toughest, if not the toughest puzzle of the game. Just for the fact that it was a matter of timing. And I remember cussing at this a lot when I was young. I've been listening and man, everything is a joke out of context. I know, they did such an amazing job. Even the funny parts that are intended to be funny are really good. And then the stuff that's not intended to be is fucking funny. Like, look at this goat. Just look at him. Alright, let's go down here and see what happens. La 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 la. Oh! Knocked on my ass. Jackass. This Billy Goat don't want to play. So I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna move this. Whoa!
The rope by which the goat was tethered had become tangled on the old plowshare.
Oh, that's different. It's different. Okay, so they changed this puzzle. Before, what you had to do is every time you would go over to that one right here, Whenever you would go to that, he would knock you down. Okay? And then if you came over to this one, he would knock you down. And I remember what you had to do was walk over here, have him knock you down right here, and get up and click over here as quick as you could and move that. Okay, and then you would walk over here and he would come over here and then get tangled up in it. So they changed that puzzle. Interesting. Now you just have to move that and he automatically gets tangled up. Here we go. Down, 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 down into the castle. Oh. Doesn't that look amazing? Let's see, what is all this stuff? Let's look here. What is this?
The sack contained a fine white powder.
Oh, white lines blow away.
As I dipped my fingers into the soft white powder, I realized what it was. Plaster of Paris. I'd used it in kindergarten to make casts of animal paw prints.
It's more innuendo. Alright, let's take a look at this wall.
Behind the altar was a carved panel.
They knew how to
decorated with
describe
animals,
stuff, I will
birds,
say
and
that.
plants.
You didn't click it and it was like, that is a wall. This is a floor. You know, it's like, everything is well described.
There was a pattern of 5 holes arranged.
5 holes.
They'd been drilled there deliberately.
What's this?
I placed my fingers and thumb into the holes in the wall. Nothing happened.
You gotta move them around.
I tried in vain to move the panel.
Let's take a look at this. Ah.
It was a statue which had fallen from its place on the wall. 5 fingers of stone projected from the back of the carving.
Aha. Pick it up. Pick it up.
The statue was too heavy to lift. It overbalanced into the sand.
Okay, well, pick it back up. That little bit was added. That close-up.
As I
That was
swung the
added.
stone upright, I noticed it had left a pattern of holes in the sand.
Don't be prude. Alright, so is this still damp?
It was a rectangle of toweling printed with the words, Nagopaline Stout builds body. The towel was soaked through with water.
Okay, so we're going to take this plaster and drop it in. There we go.
I sprinkled the plaster on the sand until the holes were filled.
Fill them holes. Yeah. And then get that hole wet now. Get the plaster wet. Get the white stuff all wet. There you go.
The trickle of water was quickly absorbed by the plaster.
Get it wet. Now, pick it up.
I eased the solid piece of plaster from the sand. Underneath, it had
You're
formed a
probably at
perfect
work
copy
laughing
of
your
the
ass off
statue.
and people are like, what in the hell? What is he cracking up about? Alright, now let's stick that right in the hole here.
The hardened plaster cast fitted snugly into the 5 matching
Oh,
sockets.
yeah.
There was a soft thud, then silence.
And we're in. Why don't you and the wall just get a room already? I know, right? Sorry for yelling. Oh man, you're fine. Do people fuss at you for having caps? I don't mind one bit. I know you're playing. Yeah. Ooh. Montefando. That evening back in Paris. It's Nicole Collard. Nicole. Nicole. Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone.
There wasn't anyone that I needed to call.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a message on the answering machine. Let's take a look at that.
I had messages waiting to be played.
I think it's funnier to apologize for Garnet. I'm sorry for yelling. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell. I was just excited.
I had messages waiting to be played.
You have 3 messages.
Hey, Collard, it's me, your favorite editor.
Uh-oh.
Guess what? I'm gonna give you a second chance. I need somebody to write the TV column. Pays lousy, so what's new? If you're interested, drop by the office. In fact, drop by the office anyway. We have to talk, Nico. That story of yours I spiked. It won't go away. You've made some dangerous enemies out there.
Hey, Nico, it's your old pal. I mean, your new pal, George. Oh, Ireland. It's a whole different country.
George.
And I got some amazing news for you. Gem of a story, in fact. Oh, gotta go. Yeah, fella here's got a drink lined up for me. See you tomorrow, Nico. Slán. Yep, only here for a day and I'm speaking the lingo like a local.
Mademoiselle Coulard, this is Imelda Carchon. I wanted to thank you for being so understanding when... Come to lunch, why don't you? Tomorrow. I might have more news. There's a Monsieur Merlon coming to see me this evening. He says he knows why Pierre was murdered. In fact, he'll be here shortly. I shall let you know what he says.
Oh shit.
Goodbye, dear girl. Till tomorrow.
Merlin? Oh my god. Merlin's the killer. I better get over there and mourn her now. When it came to being two-faced, Imelda was up there with the best. I owed her nothing, but I couldn't just let her die.
Yeah. Of course I know
I
everything
arrived to
about this
find the
game,
Palais
but
Royal
I act
contract
surprised.
deserted. I only hoped that I'd beaten the assassin here. I had to warn Imelda before it was too late.
It's more fun to act like I'm surprised, isn't it? I don't want to be like, yeah, I remember that. Cool. Yep. Yeah. No, be excited, dude. Be excited for a game that you literally been playing, what,
Fixed
25
tight.
years or so?
Presumably to stop critics stealing it.
Yeah.
Who else would want to? A doorbell.
Doorbell! What could that do? Let's find
The
out.
intercom system wasn't working.
Mm.
Bad sign. Somebody had cut the wire.
Oh shit. Alright, gotta get in here.
Locked?
We're gonna have to go through the window.
That broken window looked like the best way in.
Get up there.
That broken... Fixed tight. Presumably to stop critics stealing it. Who else would want to?
What's that?
I unhooked the first wire.
Mm-mm.
I released the second wire. Even with both wires removed, the statue remained upright.
Give it a push. There you go.
If I could deconstruct this, I could deconstruct anything.
Let's go.
That broken window looked like...
Oh, my gosh, would you just climb up there? Ugh. Just climb. It's not hard. Alright, now. Let's go in here.
The plastic sheet was thick and strong. I'd need more than my hands to tear it.
Alright, what do I got? Maybe this? Yeah. Oh no. Well, here we are. Let's save it again. We're at 40%. Let's see where we're at after this. 46, almost halfway through the game.
My God, I'm too late. Imelda. Oh no.
Nico?
Don't worry, you're going to be all right.
You know that isn't true.
It was Merlin, wasn't it?
Dressed as a cavalier. Absurd. You came to warn me, didn't you?
I must be crazy.
Let me see you, Nico.
All this time you were just using me. Which one is the real Imelda?
You are an extraordinary girl. Thierry would have been so proud of you.
You didn't know my father.
So like him. Something about the eyes. I wish we'd had time to get to know each other.
She was gone. She cheated me, lied to me, used me. But why? Even in death, Imelda looked the same. Beautiful, inscrutable. The Ice Queen alone in her ice palace. Around her neck was a locket. I opened it. Inside was a tiny gold key. I took the key. I had to leave. I knew I could never return.
Let's take a look here.
In the dim light, I caught the reflection of something metallic. A small, sinister-looking metal disc had been tucked under my father's box. It was a bug. Oh, chère cousine. You left me a little present. You shouldn't have.
They bugged my place.
You don't scare me. Espèce de...
Don't throw it in the trash can. Throw it in the damn garbage disposal. Alright, let's take this box out.
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Carchon's.
Then let's try this little key that was given to us, huh?
I took out the key. I couldn't believe it. Imelda's key opened my father's box. I dreaded what I was going to find inside. Hotel St. Georges, Algiers, Friday. My darling Thierry, by the time you read this, you'll be safely out of Africa. You need not fear. Pierre and the organization do not know who you're really working for, or about us. Did you think I would betray you? I could not. You wanted me to leave him, but I don't have your courage. I know too much of what has been going on here. They would find me and they would kill us both. Enjoy your life in Paris, Thierry. Your life of honor, of patriotic duty. Do they give medals to spies? No, they'll just give you a funny job in an embassy somewhere. I could never share that with you. Imagine me, a diplomat's wife. So I must stay here with Pierre, the two of us bound together by what we have done to this country. Au revoir, my love. You will be in my heart until I die. Imelda.
Ah, the key was in the heart locket. You will be in my heart. Alright, let's look at the picture.
It was a photograph of Imelda. I felt as if a black hole had swallowed me up. Imelda and Carchon grinning. While behind them a village was being razed to the ground. Its people butchered. And there, next to them, staring out at me across the years, my own father. I stared at my father's image. Looked deep into his eyes. What was he thinking when this picture was taken? How brave he had been. I missed him so much. He and Imelda must have fallen in love. She'd found out who he really was, so he had to leave. broken her heart, but she had never revealed it to anyone. I knew I couldn't either. Whatever he was doing, he'd had good reason to keep it secret. I decided I would respect that and tell nobody.
The next morning.
I knew it was George. For a moment I was tempted to pretend that I was out, or ask him to go away and come back later. But then... Come in.
Hello, George. So, where did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's. I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains why you look so ill today. Did you get any sleep at all?
Not much. I had to share the room with another guy.
Did he snore?
Hardly. He was dead.
And you say Pegram has disappeared?
Without a trace. But my visit wasn't a complete waste of time.
Pegram's gem?
The Templar's gem. Whoever Jacques Marquet is, he's in for a disappointment.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man.
Alright, so.
Look, Nico, a handful of plaster.
That's nice, George.
Yeah. Why is it that men never really grow up?
What's your problem, sister?
No pockets stuffed with useless junk like little boys.
You never know when useless junk might come in handy.
Hey, it worked well for MacGyver, huh? He turned out alright, I think.
Do you want this photograph back?
No, you keep it. I can always make another print.
That is... Do you want to look at...
No, je...
Let's take another look at the manuscript. There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod. There's a guy working... A knight with a crystal ball. The Knight Scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened. There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces. There's a guy working on a loom.
What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man. I can't sit here all day, much as I'd like to.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lobineau at the Krone Museum. And why don't you see if Rousseau has heard anything?
Okay. Anything else I can do for you while I'm out? Shopping, a trip to the laundromat?
Oh!
Just take care of yourself.
It's hard not to love this game, you know? It's just so good. The art, the
so
story.
much wanted to talk to George about everything that had happened, but I knew I never could. My father's connection to Africa would have to remain a secret forever. His bravery would be known only to the government and to me. Revealing it would just damage his memory. People would take the story and twist it. Before long, he would be the villain and Carchon would be the hero. I know how they do that. I'm a journalist.
Alright, so. Museum Krumda. Let's go back to the museum. Save the game. Now where are we? Oh, 2% more.
Pardon me?
Oui, monsieur?
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
The sign on the tripod says it was found at a Templar preceptory.
It does?
Yeah. It doesn't mention John Dee at all.
Most remiss.
You don't know anything about the tripod, do you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe what little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician, but he also doubled as the village school teacher. He taught me the alphabet. Wait, 19 letters of it. The bottom row of the chart was too small even for him to read, so he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult education?
You know, I never thought of that. Do you think if I studied art and did all my homework, I could be a professor of history?
At your age? Dream on.
Hmm. Let's put all this in this wrapper. There. Alright.
Does this white powder mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
I guess not. Do you
I don't.
What? Would you like to?
Not while I.
What does
that will?
Pardon?
It is a priceless historical.
No, it's a plain. Have you ever heard of the club?
Oh no.
No. Can you give me any?
Certainly, monsieur. It's infamous. That tripod, that belonged to John Dee.
What's the important?
Dee was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century. The Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
Well, whatever he was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
What kind of experiments?
Oh, the usual. Didn't you study?
Yeah, but we skipped over thaumatology. Can I take a...
What? That tripod.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
How is the...
By the slight...
It strike... It...
Blah, 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 blah.
Do you know anything about...
Not me, it is the...
And they ask you to park their cars?
They ask me to park the... No. They assume I am an authority on the exhibits in my care.
Whereas you know next to nothing about...
Of course not. Not...
I found this gem at a medieval site in Ireland.
That means nothing to me, monsieur.
How did you manage to get this job?
I had the right qualifications. A military manner, squeaky shoes, and an irrational hatred of children.
Thanks for your help. This is ridiculous.
Alright, so I'm not doing that yet. Don't know where he's supposed to be. Maybe I gotta go speak to him again? I don't know. We'll see.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
Moo?
Have you heard of a man called Marquet?
Yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre. I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic. In the Avenue des Hérissons.
Hérisson.
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because he lived in Montmartre, I suppose.
Yeah, but why the mole?
I don't know. Maybe he ruined people's lawns.
Well, let me take a peek and see who's on right now. Okay. Oh boy. Might take a break, I don't know. I was gonna go ahead and end stream without see anybody. Oh yeah? Yeah, I see Bug is on. Uh um Honestly, I just kind of want to go back to Raft. I'm so in love with that game. Oh my god, it's so relaxing. This is too. Don't get me wrong. Just I'm so hooked on it. I just caught a llama, captured a llama, and took me a little bit, but I harvested not too long, like 15 minutes, to harvest enough wool to make a backpack, which gives you 10 additional slots to carry. So, and I'm already starting to create a stockpile of planks. I don't know, man. Raft is just so much fun. It reminds me of just like Minecraft on the water, pretty much. Except you can't. It's not like Minecraft where you can, destroy every block or build like block by block. So it's just an open world game, um, where you can build, but you can only build on the water. Because we were talking, well, Cast and J Mac and me were all talking when he streamed about it, and I was like, wish we could build on. I wish we could build on land and
Yes,
stuff.
monsieur? Where is the victim?
I'm the victim. I've been harassed by a pair of thugs.
I see.
Outside the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pocket.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla, and the other looked like a weasel. Their names are Flap and Guido.
Oh, I'll get them this time.
Oh, it's fun watching the three of you play Raft. I know, right? So I've been learning how to better help. That's why I've pretty much been playing it on the side. Is just learning how I can better help them. I'm still a long ways from catching up with them, but I haven't like researched everything that I can possibly research. I'm still very much building my raft, and of course I put the backpack as like part of my priority, which involved me having to find a pufferfish, because the pufferfish, if you kill them, they'll give you explosive goo, which you have to put in the smelter, and it turns it into explosive powder, and you use that to create a net to catch the llama. When you capture the llama, bring it back, and then just you have shears. You just trim his wool, and you collect enough of it to make a backpack. And like that was my main thing that I wanted today, and I was able to get that done. So, but yeah, long ways to go. I've been learning how to you can create there's like a cooking table. So I'm trying out like we already talked about it. I'm gonna be their chef. So like we'll be able to harvest all the food and everything, and fishing and all that, and then you go over to the cooking pot and you throw all this food in there, and it creates these meals that last longer. There's also a juicer, so you can take all your fruits and vegetables and stuff and make stuff there. But that way, I could be taking care of that while they work on other stuff. And whenever it comes time to explore, there'll be three of us, and we can all kind of branch off or stick together. It all depends. And just collect resources way faster. Uh, so yeah, but I finished the bottom part of my raft where the nets go, and what the nets do is it just catches all the stuff that's floating around in the water. Yeah, it rules. It's great. So I've been collecting up all my resources, just stocking everything up, and trying to figure out what to do next. And I'm thinking, because I don't have the engine yet, because you can make an engine for your raft, and I don't know how to do that yet. So I think what I need to do is make that little table, which has radar, and there's antenna and a battery that you have to make, and it's supposed to basically give you a map of where you're going, and maybe then I can figure out what I'm missing, because I'm definitely missing something. Anyway, all right, let's keep going on this. Actually,
See you later, Sergeant.
see you, sir. Let's go ahead and save this. Oh, 28. Alright, so we're gonna quit. I'm actually gonna take a little break. I don't know. I might stream longer than 3 hours. I don't know. Let me see who's on again. Somebody's on now that wasn't just a minute ago. I'm seeing if Messy was on tonight. I don't think she goes live till 8. There's Maury Dale. Maury Dale's pretty cool. She's playing Persona 5. Oh, she just said, yo, as soon as, speaking of Messy. She just said something in the Discord. I'm gonna have to go back to work. Oh no, it's okay, buddy. Don't worry about it. Hope the rest of your getting distracted tonight. Yeah, don't worry about it. Get that work done. And I'll catch you later, my friend. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for talking. Hope the rest of the day, rest of the evening goes well. Everything is fine. You're good, bud. No problem. I'll catch you later, man. Alright, so let me see. Oh, I guess I could do this. Whee! Alright, let's see. Next Tuesday, let's go. Have a good night. You too, MP. Have a good night, my friend. Thank you. Thank you as always. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Open this up. Alright, so is there anyone here? 2 viewers. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just gonna end the stream. Okay, I'm gonna raid Morridale. She's pretty cool. Alright, everyone, I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, do I stream tomorrow? No, I don't stream tomorrow. I could. I mean, I could always stream. Alright, we'll see. I might stream same time tomorrow. Alright, everyone, have a good Tuesday. And I'll catch you later. Stick around, I'm gonna raid Morridale, and yep. Alright, bye bye. See you next time.